Okay, boys, we're going to look at adding and subtracting like terms in a bit more detail today. So we're going to start off with an example, and we're going to look at the steps to follow. So here's our example: simplify 6m minus 8 plus 3m plus 6. Now, step one is box and circle the like terms. Okay. Now, the reason we use boxes and circles is so that we can tell the difference between the different like terms. So let's do the circles first. I'm going to circle 6m. Okay, can I see any other m terms? Yes, I can. Now, when I circle the next m term, I'm circling the sign in front of it as well. Okay, don't just circle the 3m, circle the plus 3m. Okay, so there's my circle. Now I'm going to do a box around the others. Now, when I box the other terms, make sure you box the negative sign with the 8. Okay, they go together. And also box the plus sign with a 6. They go together. Okay, that's called boxing and circling the like terms. That makes it easiest for us to now collect them. So step 2 is to collect the like terms. That means taking the pairs of like terms and putting those together. So these two guys will go together. So I'm going to put 6m and plus 3m together. I should put an equal sign there at the start because this line is equal to this line. And then for the other pair of like terms, which is these two, I'll put these together. So it's going to be minus 8 plus 6. Rightio. Now I can work out my answer. First of all, let's do this pair first. 6m plus 3m. Okay. Now, let me just do it in line with the document. So step 3 is to simplify pairs of like terms, which is what I'm going to do now. Okay, so equals 6m plus 3m is 9m. And then negative 8 plus negative 6 is negative 2. Be careful here. It's very common for people to go 8 plus 6 is 14, right? And then say, oh, by the way, there's a minus sign. That's not correct. This is negative 8 plus 6. It is not 8 plus 6 with a negative. It's negative 8 plus 6. Okay, so not negative 14, should be negative 2. Just to give you an idea of how that works, to remind you from term 1, let's just say here's 0, then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay, there's negative 8 just there. Okay, so negative 8 plus 6 means start at negative 8 and go right 6 units. Okay, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Whoops, just there. Now, what number is that? Well, negative 1, negative 2, that'll be negative 2 there. Okay, because that's negative 1 there. Okay, so just remember, negative 8 plus 6 there. All right, so let's have a look at these examples. I'm going to do one, and then you're going to do one. Okay, so let's start off with this question. So I'm going to box the like terms first. So 5k and then plus 3k. Okay, they're like terms. And then I'm going to box these guys. That's positive 12i. Make sure the plus sign is included in the boxing. Okay, and then let's collect the like terms. So I'm going to put the 5k and the 3k together. Make sure when you do that, you take the plus sign with it. And then I'm going to take the positive 12i and the plus 2y. I'm going to put that together. So 5k plus 3k. So let's do this pair of like terms first. 5k plus 3k, which is 8k. And then the next pair of like terms is here. Positive 12y plus 2y, which is positive 14y. Okay. All right, so what I'd like you to do is to copy that down, and then you're going to have a go at this question. This is the hashtag question. Right, see how you go with this one. All right, so let's start off with boxing the like terms. So I'm going to take the 8m and the positive 9m. Right, they're like terms. And then I'm going to group this term here, positive 5h and plus 4h. They go together. Right, so let's collect the like terms now. So I'm going to put the like terms together, 8m and positive 9m. And then I'm going to put together the other pair, positive 5h and plus 5h. All right. Now, simplify the pairs of like terms. So 8m plus 9m is 17m. And then positive 5h plus 4h is plus 9h. Okay, so that's your answer. Okay. All right, let's have a look at the next question. So I'm going to do this one and then you can do the next one. All right, so 5k minus 3k. So let's have a look. I'm going to put a 5k here. Now when I circle the other k term, the minus sign has to go with it. Okay. Now, positive 12y is my next term. I've got to box the plus sign with the 12y there. And negative 2y, I've got to box the minus sign with the 2y there. Okay, so let's collect the like terms. So 5k and minus 3k go together. 5k, make sure you take that minus sign with it. And then the positive 12y and the minus 12y go together. So the positive 12y and the minus 2y go together. All right, and then you're going to simplify pairs of like terms. So 5k, take away 3k is just 2k. Okay, then the next one is positive 12y, take away 2y, which is positive 10y. Okay, so copy that down, and I want you to have a go at question 4. All right, try that one by yourself. All right, so we have boxing the terms, 6m. And when I box the other term, I've got to put that with the minus sign. The minus sign has to be with the term straight after it. And then let's box the other two like terms, which is the positive 3n and the minus n. Okay, so let's collect those like terms together. So 6m and minus 2m go together. 6m and the minus 2m go together. And then the positive 3n minus n go together as well. Okay, so now we put the pairs of like terms together and simplify them. So 6m minus 2m is 4m. And then positive 3n take away n is positive 2n. Okay, whatever you do, don't write down 3 there, right? Just because I got 3n, I'm not taking it away. Okay, that's completely wrong. Think about it like this. 3n is 3 n's added together. Okay, and then I'm taking one of them away. So that gives me n plus n, which is 2n. Okay, so that's my final answer. All right, question 5. Right, I'm going to do one, and then you're going to do one. So question 5. All right, first of all, 12h. There's my first term. Now my other h term is over here. Make sure you circle the minus sign with that 15h. All right, they're the first pair of like terms. Then let's box the minus sign with the 5c. The minus sign has to go in that box. And let's box the minus sign with the 2c. Okay, so they're the c terms there. So I've got the pairs of like terms. So let's now put them together. We're collecting the like terms. So put the h terms together. And then we're going to put the c terms together. Now notice this is minus 5c or negative 5c. And this is minus 2c. Okay. Now for your answer, be careful. 12h minus 15h. 12 minus 15 is negative 3. So this is negative 3h. Now be careful here. This is not 5c minus 2c. This is minus 5c take away 2c. So you've got to think of this as negative 5 take 2. Okay, so negative 5 take 2 is negative 7c. Okay. All right, I want you to try this one now by yourself. Okay, so try that one. So we're going to have the circling and boxing. So 4a and negative 7a. And then negative 2b. And negative 3b. They're the other pair of like terms. Now we can put those together. Collect the like terms. I'll put the a terms together. So 4a minus 7a. And then I'll put the other pair of like terms together. All right. So let's put these guys together. 4a takes 7a is minus 3a. Now be careful here. All right, this is negative 2b take 3b. So that means you've got to think of it like negative 2 take away 3, which is negative 5b. Okay, don't go 2 minus 3 is negative 1 with the negative is a positive. It's negative 2 take 3. So you've got to think of it like a number line. Here's negative 2, take away 3, means go left 3, and that's where negative 5 is. Okay, so negative 5b. So you've got to think of this as your typical integer number line. All right, let's have a look at question 7. So I'll do this one, then you do the next one. Right, make sure all these are copied down. So we have negative 6y. That's the first y term. And the other y term is here. I've got to circle the negative with it. Okay. Then the other pair of terms, we've got negative 9w and positive 2w. Okay. So let's put those together now, putting the like terms together, collecting the like terms. So the negative 6y and the negative y go together. And then the negative 9w minus the 2w goes together. All right, so equals, you're going to get negative 7y. So negative 6y take away y. Think of this as take away 1y if you like, if that makes it easier. Negative 6y take away 1y is negative 7y. And negative 9w minus 2w. So this pair here is negative 9 take 2. That's what you're going to think of it like. So negative 9 take 2 is negative 11 with the w. Okay, try question 8. This will be the hashtag example for you. Try question 8 by yourself. All right, so we're going to circle negative 5p. Now the other p term is here. We've got to circle the minus sign with it. Okay. Then the negative 8k is the other term, and that pairs up with the positive 3k. Okay. So now I just realised, hang on, I just realised I made an error there in the last question. Yes, you can see where I did it. I didn't read the question properly. I'll come back to this one. Okay, so the error that I made is here. That should be a plus sign, shouldn't it? That should be a plus sign there. Okay, so negative 9w plus 2w is negative 7w. It should be negative 7 there. Okay, that's better. All right, so next question. All right, so let's put the like terms together. So we've got negative 5p minus 2p. We're putting those together, and then we're putting these together, negative 8k plus 3k. All right, and now we're going to collect the like terms and simplify them. So let's do that. So we're going to put this pair together first. Okay, negative 5p take 2p is negative 7p. Now, be careful here. This is negative 8k plus 3k, which is negative 5k. Okay, last two questions. All right, question 9. So I'm going to do this one, and then you do number 10. All right, so first of all, 6xy, that's one term. And then negative 3yx is the other like term. Make sure the negative sign gets circled with it. Okay, then positive 7x squared is the other term, and the other like term to that one is negative 12x squared. Okay, so collecting the like terms, 6xy. Now this is negative 3yx, but I'm going to write it as negative 3xy because it means the same thing. And positive 7x squared is the other term, and that pairs up with minus 12x squared. So the minus goes with it. Okay, now we're going to simplify these terms here. 6xy minus 3xy is 3xy. And then 7x squared minus 12x squared is minus 5x squared. Okay, because positive minus negative. Positive minus a negative. So positive 7 minus 12 is negative. Yeah. Okay, so that's my answer. And I want you to do this question now by yourself. So question 10. We'll circle 5ab. The other like term is this one, minus 2ba. And then positive 10m squared. And then minus 15m squared. Okay, so let's put those together. So you've got 5ab minus 2ba. That's one pair of like terms, and the other pair is plus 10m squared minus 15m squared. Okay, so let's simplify those. So 5ab minus 2ba. Right, now that's 3ab or 3ba. And it doesn't really matter. If I just come back to here, that 2ba I could have written as 2ab. Okay, so just be aware that they mean the same thing. So I'll just fix it up there. I can write that as 2ab. Now, the last pair is positive 10m squared minus 15m squared. So positive 10 minus 15 is negative 5. So it's negative 5m squared. Okay.